Hi, Teresa Medina-Castillo with What's Up Now, and we have a very special guest.
Hi, I'm Janina Shoemaker, and I'm from Gretna and Gretna Little Theatre. And Teresa asked me if I'd come over and talk a little bit about the theater and how we got it started and about our current production coming up at the end of this month. Gretna is halfway between Lynchburg and Danville, which has both of those cities have theater groups. And for us, we're rural. Mm-hmm. And it was too far for our people, our residents, to go to either see a show or, for that matter, to be in one. And especially if they were expected to go and rehearse night after night after night. So when my husband and I moved here, we said we would found a community theater. And we did, and that is the Gretna Community Theater. We have bought our own building, which we are in the process of renovating, and that is a masterful job. But we are in our 9th or 10th season. We produce 5 or 6 plays a year, and we do plays that are for children as well as for grown-ups. And it really makes it fun because in the summer we do youth workshops.
That is wonderful to have the ability to bring theater to, we are a pretty rural community.
Yes, we are. And it's just too far to go to one of the major cities where...
Oh, it is.
We don't mind going there, but not for night after night.
No, if you want to be involved in any way, right, whether on stage or behind the works, it's a lot to do.
Yes. So we've been doing shows for, as I said, maybe 9 years now, and we do musicals on occasion. We do music reviews. Since we bought the building, we are renovating it as the Gretna Center for the Arts, and we also do. Yeah, it is. We also do book signings, and we have a series of coffee houses on certain Saturday nights where we do things that are free except for donations, and we serve coffee, and the coffee is $1. That's it. As I mentioned, we do children's workshops, and we've done some original pieces, and we've also done some scripted work. And our big musicals have been things that, well, our biggest musical was Dolly Parton's 9 to 5, and that was a hoot when we did that.
Wow, that was ambitious.
Yes, it was. We were working with the local movie theater in Gretna.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah, that was where we did our shows. Mm-hmm. But when we were able to buy this building, it's a 3-story monstrosity. It's called a derelict. But we are working at the ground floor. We've turned into a black box theater.
Really?
Which is really nice. And we have a very small house, which means that we have limited seating. So we ask people to make reservations. And what more do I need to tell you about that? Well, I guess I should mention the show that's coming up this weekend.
Definitely.
One of the shows that I have been partial to for many, many years and have just never really found the right place or the right time to do it is Dr. Cook's Garden. It's by Ira Levin. And Ira is best known probably for his film, Rosemary's Baby. Mm-hmm. But he has done a lot of Broadway shows too. And Dr. Cook's Garden is one that just sort of piqued my interest because it is so different. It is a mystery. I classify it as a thriller because you really don't know what's going to happen. And the third act is a complete turnaround from what you might have thought. But it is also it's a morality piece, very definitely. And it talks to the idea of physicians and the power they have and how they can serve and cultivate a community. And when I say cultivate, Dr. Cook is known for his beautiful garden. And his garden...
No spoilers now.
No spoilers. He has a beautiful garden with, oh Lord, I can't remember all the things that are in it, but I know that he does have azaleas, and he has a gardener who helps him. And the play starts when a young man who was one of his early patients returns to visit. He has gone up to Chicago and has gone to med school, and he himself has gone through his internship, and he's about ready to start his own practice. And he comes back to visit Doc and the rest of the people in this small town in Vermont. Mm-hmm. And from there, the play takes off in directions totally unexpected.
No, I've read the play. I've never seen it. Mm-hmm. And to keep all those balls in the air at once.
Yes.
Because there's the main plot and at least 2 subplots that I'm remembering.
Yes. Burl Ives played the part of Dr. Cook in the original Broadway show. And Bing Crosby played it in a made-for-television, black and white, many, many years ago.
Yes,
And it's sort of a gut churner when you get into it.
definitely.
Yeah.
And it does surprise you.
Mm-hmm.
You think you know what's going to happen,
Yep.
but you don't. So, it's going to be at the Gretna Little Theatre, which we're going to pull in tight so everybody gets that right. And we have a phone number here. It's 540-423-2686. And there's very limited seating because they're working on their building so hard. So give them a call, get your reservation. And it says general admission is $15. Seniors and students are $10. Very, very good pricing.
When you live in a rural community, you've got people who just don't have the extra cash.
Definitely.
And we're under everybody else around us. And that's deliberate. We
You can go to the movies for this.
well, it depends on what movie you want to go to. Our movie theater, by the way, in Gretna also has low prices.
I know.
So,
We've headed up there several times.
Yeah.
Very
It's
nice.
really nice to do something that is for the community
Mhm.
and that the community participates in. And we have people who come to our auditions. We haven't had anybody from Roanoke or Rocky Mount come to auditions, but they're always welcome.
I think you were a very well-kept secret for a very long
I'm
time.
so
That's
sorry.
one reason we're
I'm
doing the
so
interview.
sorry.
I just did a Google search and local little theater, community theater,
Mhm.
nothing comes up in this part of the state at all.
That's
So I
amazing.
remedied that. I went on Wikipedia and started you a page.
Well, thank
Somebody's
you.
going to have to go finish it because I couldn't say anything about it. But that is going to be the 29th and the 30th of April at 7:30 p.m. And again, the number's 540-423-2686. And it's a very, very important play, Dr. Cook's Garden.
And we always have a Sunday matinee because there are always
yes.
people who do not drive, and it's one of my rules. There must be a matinee for the people who don't drive at night.
That's excellent. And that is going to be May the 1st at 2:30 p.m.
Right.
It's after church, but before you're so tired that you want to go home and go to sleep.
Oh, exactly.
timing.
Exactly.
And you have been director of the Little Theater for how long again?
Oh, Lord. It's either the 9th or 10th season. I'm the executive director. My husband and I founded it, but I'm also director for most of the shows, although I am always looking for other people to please come in and direct for us, just to give us a different way of doing things.
Mm-hmm. And thank you so much for bringing this to our area.
Oh, I'm glad to. Thank you.
Tell us
Thank
about the
you.
funding.
Yes, funding.
Oh, the funding, oh,
Mhm.
yes, we do go ahead and we write grants, and the Dan River Region Community Foundation is one of our sponsors, and also the Womack Foundation is another one of our, but the big helpers. They come in, they have been being very nice to us for a number of years.
Generous.
Yeah, generous is right, yes.
And because you think that it's a free theater, it's cheap, but it isn't cheap to put on because
No, it's not cheap. We still have to pay royalties. We still build, we build beautiful sets, and.
Just the electricity.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking just the
Yeah.
electric bill has
Yeah.
got to be enormous.
Well, we're in this 3-story building, and every time we turn on the air, I can just see the dollars racing out the side door. But we don't worry about that. We do what we do, and we've been very fortunate. We have sponsors.
And it's great that you're getting people away from the TV.
Yes.
You don't see
But
much of that.
the thing that I'm the most proud of, I have to say, is the summer workshops when we work with the youth. And we will have 1, maybe 2 workshops this summer, depending on the ages of the children who come out for it. And all you have to do is just say that you're interested and come on over.
And this is an acting workshop?
And, oh, it's full production.
Wow.
We one of the things that I have all these plays that I want to do. I'm doing the original play from 1842 that turned into Sondheim's
Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd. But it's called String of Pearls.
Mm-hmm.
But
Much
And
more
it's
innocuous.
a non-musical.
it is a non-musical. but it's the original play. It's different.
I think, I've read it, I don't know if you've read it, but it's.
You've read it.
Yes, I have read it. Long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Was trying to get somebody to do it so I could do the costumes.
Oh, well, hey, you can come over and do the costumes.
But I'm sure you've noticed that the book is lyrical. It's almost like a poem.
Mhm.
And I think that's how it got so easily switched into a musical.
Oh, yes,
There
yes.
wasn't a lot they had to do with the characters' lines.
When you're talking 19th century dialogue, yeah, there has to be a rhythm to it.
Very flowery.
Yes, yeah. It's fun.
Yes. And you're good having the children do this.
Yes, and they will learn from the very beginning. They will not only learn how to act, how to create character, they will also devise the different special effects that have to. Show's got some interesting special effects.
Yes, I remember that.
Yes.
Spoilers.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
And when you have something else you would like to advertise, please let us know.
I will.
One more question.
Ah, yes.
Do you need help in the renovations of this building?
Oh, yes, always. We accept small donations, we accept large donations, we accept people donations, we accept materials.
Plumbers, electricians?
Absolutely.
Seamster
Absolutely.
says, special effects people.
Well, when we're talking about the building, the ground floor is pretty much where it's supposed to be for a black box theater. The second floor is going to be the offices for both the Gretna Little Theatre and for the Gretna Center for the Arts. There'll be two offices side by side. We also have a second floor that is filled with props, scripts, costumes, furniture, and we always need people to come over and look at it and help us sort it out.
And
The third
it's-
floor will eventually be a community room, and the third floor is down the road.
And tell us, we know, but not everybody watching might know, what is a black box theater?
A black box theater is a intimate performing space where the emphasis is on the language or the dialogue of the play rather than the so-called spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
We do have scenery, and we do use props and costumes, but the emphasis is on the fact that it is intimate, it is close to the audience, and it is the language that we are getting across.
So it's a more of an interactive performance.
Some plays will be, some plays. This one is, I hope the play isn't interactive.
Yeah, that one.
We
would-
got some
oh.
stuff going on that
Mhm.
we don't need people getting hurt.
Again, thank you very much. And
Thank you,
everybody
Teresa.
go out to see Dr. Cook's Garden at the Gretna Little Theatre, Virginia.
Pans up, he pans down, and gets all the information in. Thank you.